This video is going to help you use the quadratic formula when your equation is not already in standard form. So your first step will be to move this into standard form. And you want to have your x squared, your x, and your constant, or your regular number, in that order on one side of your equation. And you want it all to be equal to 0. So basically this 10x and this minus 5 both need to move over. Okay, so the way that we'll do that is we will subtract the 10x since it is already a positive. So that gives us 5x squared minus 13x plus 2 equals negative 5. And then this negative 5 will move over by adding. And most people just do this all in one step, but I wanted to show you where these numbers were coming from. Make sure you have an equals 0. So this is our standard form. This is what we're going to use to identify our a, b, and c value. A is what's with x squared, so that's 5. B is what's with x, so that's negative 13. C is your constant, so that's 7. Again, quadratic formula. X is equal to opposite b plus or minus the square root, b squared minus 4ac, all over 2a. All right, let's plug it in. Opposite of b, so opposite of this, is a positive 13 plus or minus the square root, b squared, make sure you have parentheses around that, minus 4, my a value is 5, my c value is 7, all over 2 times my a value. Next, I will find my discriminant, which is all of this underneath the square root. That's just the fancy name for it. When I type it in, I'll make sure I have parentheses around the negative 13 squared. And I make sure I type it in everything the way I want. So my discriminant is 29. So 13 plus or minus square root of, this whole thing is now a 29, all over 2 times 5 is 10. And now I just type this into our calculator. You will have two solutions because you have a positive and a minus. So I'll do the positive first. 13 plus root 29. Enter, because that whole thing is being divided by 10. So my first solution is 1.84. Again, this 3 gets rounded up. Or, oops. Now we'll do the minus 13 minus root 29. Enter. Don't forget to divide by 10. So 0.76 is your other possible solution. And these numbers do have meaning. What they're representing is the x-intercept of this graph. So back in Unit 7, we would type this guy in, and we would see where he intersected the x-axis. So I go ahead, I type it in, and I graph. And this 1.84 is your intercept right here, and your 0.76 is your intercept right there. This is just another way to find these x-intercepts.